The sun was dipping low behind the jagged hills as a dusty, nearly forgotten gas station on the outskirts of town hummed quietly. A lone place where weary travelers stopped for fuel and fleeting rest. But this evening, it was anything but ordinary. A rumble of engines grew louder down the cracked asphalt road, announcing the arrival of a notorious gang of outlaw bikers known for their rebellious antics, and a sharp edge of menace that unsettled even the bravest. Their leather jackets adorned with faded patches, faces rugged with years of hard living, and eyes burning with cocky bravado as they pulled into the station, revving their powerful machines, tossing snarling insults at anyone who dared meet their gaze, especially when they spotted the police cruiser parked near the pumps. The flashing blue lights reflecting off the glass, and standing by the cruiser was Officer Carter, a man respected in the precinct for his calm demeanor, but more importantly for the loyal police dog at his side. Rocco, a massive German shepherd whose steely eyes and muscular frame spoke volumes of years spent training and countless missions accomplished with precision. A dog who knew the streets and the dangers lurking in shadows better than any human could. The bikers, unaware of Rocco's reputation, laughed harshly and mocked the dog, taunting him with sneers and crude jokes, swaggering close and challenging the calm duo, as if testing a tempest they thought they could easily outmatch. But Rocco's ears twitched and his tail stiffened, muscles coiling like a spring ready to unleash. Sensing the brewing storm, the disrespect stinging deep as the bikers pushed closer, one of them swinging a fist near the dog's snout, a grave mistake born of arrogance and ignorance. With a single, sharp command from Officer Carter, Rocco sprang into action with astonishing speed and precision, his growl low and threatening, eyes locking on the leader of the pack. And the gas station that moments ago had felt charged with reckless bravado, transformed into a stage for a lesson in respect and authority. The bikers scattered like startled crows, some scrambling to their bikes, others frozen in disbelief as Rocco's fierce presence and unyielding loyalty forced them to reckon with the fact that beneath the calm exterior of this officer and his canine partner was a force of nature that would not tolerate disrespect or danger, a protector whose bond with his human was forged in trust, sacrifice, and countless nights spent walking the thin line between order and chaos. As the dust settled and the last engine roared away, the gas station returned to its quiet rhythm. But the story of that night, the night outlaw bikers learned the hard way never to mock the wrong police dog, echoed far beyond the hills, whispered in the alleyways, and etched into the hearts of all who heard it, a testament to the unbreakable bond between man and dog, and the fierce courage that beats within the heart of every loyal companion sworn to protect and serve as the last of the outlaw bikers disappeared down the dusty road, their engines fading into the evening. Officer Carter let out a slow breath, his hand resting firmly on Rocco's thick fur, as the loyal dog's alert stance gradually softened into calm vigilance. Yet beneath the fading tension, there lingered a silent understanding between man and canine that this was far from over. The biker's swagger wasn't just empty bravado. They had a reputation for causing trouble in nearby towns, and mocking a police dog was a challenge that neither Carter nor Rocco could ignore, especially knowing the dark undercurrents flowing through their territory, where loyalty was currency and respect was earned with grit and courage, not words or threats. And so, with a nod to Rocco, Carter slid into the driver's seat of the cruiser, his eyes scanning the horizon as dusk turned to night, shadows deepening like ink across the landscape. And somewhere in the back of his mind, a knot of concern twisted tighter. The bikers might have fled, but their resentment had just begun to simmer, brewing a storm that could threaten more than just his pride or the peace of this quiet stretch of road. Hours later, back at the precinct, Carter sat across from his partner, Detective Ramirez, the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead as he recounted every detail of the encounter. Ramirez, listening intently, his sharp gaze betraying his worry for what might come next, reminding Carter that the outlaw gang wasn't known for backing down, especially when their pride was bruised in front of witnesses, and that Rocco's presence, while a powerful deterrent, also painted a target on their backs, a target that could endanger not just them, but the innocent lives tangled in this tangled web of rebellion and law enforcement. Meanwhile, word of the confrontation spread quickly through the biker circles, whispered in smoky bars and dark alleyways where the gang gathered to nurse wounds, boast, and plot revenge. Their leader, a fierce man named Blaze, burning with humiliation and anger, determined to reclaim his dominance not with words, but with actions that would echo through the streets and send a clear message that mocking their world came with a heavy price, setting the stage for a high-stakes game of cat and mouse where courage and loyalty would be tested beyond anything Carter or Rocco had ever faced. As days passed, Carter and Rocco's patrols became more vigilant, sensing eyes watching from shadows, hearing the hum of distant engines that hinted at plans in motion. The quiet gas station, now a symbol of defiance, and a line drawn in the dust. Yet beneath the tension, there blossomed an unspoken bond between officer and dog, forged through shared dangers and unyielding trust, a bond that gave Carter strength in moments of doubt, and Rocco the resolve to face threats head-on. And together, they prepared for the inevitable storm, knowing that true courage wasn't just about strength or speed, but about standing tall when everything around you seemed to crumble, protecting not just the law, but the fragile threads of humanity woven through the stories of every dog, every rider, every soul caught between chaos and peace in this rugged land, where legends were born not in grand battles, but in quiet moments of bravery and loyalty that echoed across across time and space, like the soft howl of a wolf beneath the moonlight. Then came the night when the bikers returned, not in a frenzy, but with a cold, calculated calm that spoke of careful planning and bitter intent. Their engines rolling onto the gas station, lot like thunder creeping over the hills, their shadows long and menacing under the flickering neon signs as they surrounded the cruiser. The air thick with tension and the scent of gasoline and leather. But Carter and Rocco stood firm, a silent beacon of defiance against the gathering storm. The leader Blaze stepping forward with a cruel smile and a voice that cut through the night like a razor, challenging Carter not just as a cop, but as a man, daring him to back down or face the consequences. And as the words hung heavy in the air, Rocco's growl rumbled deep from his chest, eyes glowing with a fierce light that silenced the crowd, a reminder that beneath the pack's bravado was a force not to be underestimated. And in that moment, the gas station became more than a backdrop. It was a battleground for honor and respect, a place where the old stories of dogs and men intertwined, where the spirit of loyalty fought alongside the will to survive. And though the bikers pressed closer, their intentions clear, the unbreakable bond between Carter and Rocco held firm, a living testament to the courage that lives in the heart of every canine protector, ready to face the darkness and keep the light burning bright for those who cannot defend themselves, a story that would be told time and again in whispered reverence and awe, reminding all who heard it that sometimes the smallest growl can shake the fiercest storm, and that when man and dog stand side by side, no outlaw, no shadow can break the strength born of true friendship and unwavering loyalty. As the night thickened and the outlaw bikers circled the gas station like wolves sensing a challenge, Officer Carter's heart pounded with a mixture of adrenaline and quiet determination, his hand never leaving Rocco's sturdy frame, feeling the dog's steady breath and unwavering focus as the shadows danced around them, every flicker of neon light casting eerie shapes on cracked asphalt. But amidst the tension, an unspoken calm settled between man and dog, a silent pact forged in countless hours of training and mutual respect that neither threat nor fear could shatter. Blaze, the gang leader, prowled closer, his eyes burning with a fierce mix of hatred and grudging respect, knowing full well that this dog was unlike any they'd encountered, no mere pet, but a guardian, a warrior cloaked in fur and loyalty, whose growl was a warning and whose bite carried the weight of justice itself. And as the bikers prepared to make their move, a sudden, piercing howl shattered the silence, echoing through the surrounding woods like a primal call that stirred something deep within everyone present. A haunting reminder of the wild origins from which both dogs and men had sprung, blurring the lines between law and wilderness, man and beast. In that moment, Rocco sprang forward with a ferocity that sent the bikers reeling, his powerful jaws snapping and teeth flashing under the starlit sky, a whirlwind of muscle and instinct that left no doubt about who ruled this territory. And as Carter moved to back him up, their teamwork seamless and flawless, the outlaw gang faltered, their bravado crumbling beneath the weight of a force far greater than mere numbers. And as the dust settled, sirens wailed in the distance, cutting through the night, and signaling reinforcements rushing to the scene, a testament to the bond between officer and dog that had turned the tide and brought order back to a place where chaos had threatened to reign. In the aftermath, as dawn crept over the horizon, bathing the gas station in golden light, Carter knelt beside Rocco, pride and gratitude shining in his eyes, knowing that their victory was not just over a gang of outlaws, but over the darkness that lurked in every corner of the human heart. And as the community came together to celebrate the courage of a police dog and his handler, stories of the night spread like wildfire. Tales of loyalty, bravery, and the unbreakable bond between man and dog that transcended fear and danger, inspiring hope and reminding everyone that sometimes the fiercest heroes come with fur and paws, not just badges and guns. And in that spirit, Carter and Rocco continued their patrols, their partnership stronger than ever, ready to face whatever new challenges awaited with the same fierce loyalty and unyielding courage that had turned a mocking crowd into a testament of respect and unity, a living legend etched into the very fabric of the land, where every howl in the moonlight carried the promise that no matter how dark the night, the light of friendship and bravery would always shine through, forever illuminating the path for those willing to stand up and protect what truly matters.